Welcome back, baseball fans, to the Fall Carryover League. We are wrapping up the final weekend of the regular season, and we're down to the final series in the American League East. Let's take a look at the overall standings, though, to get this whole thing slated for you. Starting in the National League, in the bottom of the West, it was the Padres who sat at home with a 2-game over 500 record, watching the Braves and the Mets flounder and the Cardinals choke. They end up getting the number 6 seed because they swept the Dodgers themselves and went from 12-13 to 15-13, and they get the 6th hole. And in a 1-game wild card playoff elimination, they're going to have Randy Jones on the mound. So look out, folks. This is the Cinderella story. They will face the number 3 seed in the wild card game, J.R. Richard and the Houston Astros. In the Mountain, the Diamondbacks waltz through this division. They boast the .398 bat of Roger Freed and .335 bat of Mike Vail. And in the best division in all of baseball, the National League Central, or North. I don't know why I called it Central instead of North, but whatever. The Reds and Pirates, 2 best teams in the league. Poor Pirates have to take the number 5 road ticket into Arizona. In that game, it'll be Jim Bibby versus Gary Ross. Reds are comfortably watching, sitting home with the best record in the National League. Number 1. And you see the Cardinals 15-14, they imploded. Braves 15-14, Mets 14-14. Phillies laying in the weeds here at the number 2 seed, ready to sneak up and snatch this thing away from the Reds and Pirates in a moment's notice. And when we go to the American League, we'll start out west. Not quite everything settled yet. The Rangers are in the playoffs, currently sitting at a 5 seed, 4 over 500, because the timid Angels and the expansion Mariners, of course, aren't ready. So the Rangers just sit there opportunistically. The Oakland A's blew up their pitching staff, but they can't help but win the division. They got rid of Vida Blue, Catfish Hunter, Ken Holtzman, just mortgaged the whole pitching staff. All they have is Raleigh Fingers, Bob Lacey, David Clyde, Rick Langford, and some other clowns. But hey, they won the division because they're the Oakland A's. Kansas City Royals couldn't quite get that number 1 seed. Separated themselves from the pack here. The Twins really collapsed late. They got swept by the Brewers. Brewers also won a couple games against the Royals, which prevented them from getting the number 1 seed. White Sox got their participation trophy. In the American League North, it was a bad year for the Tigers, though they rallied late. Too little, too late. Opening the door for the Indians. The Indians out from under the weight of the Tigers. The Indians, not in the American League East with the Orioles, Yankees, and Red Sox, show that the Indians can be a team to reckon with. 18-13, 5 over 500. Which brings us to the American League East, where we know one thing, and that is your number 1 seed in all of baseball, the only team who won 20 of 31 games, the Red Sox. They've clinched the number 1 home seed throughout the postseason. The Reds and Red Sox, participants in the 1975 World Series, could find themselves in a rematch in the 76-7-8-9 World Series. And today, the Orioles and the Yankees, a best of 5 to determine a wild card spot. The Orioles have won 2 out of the first 3 games. If they win Game 4 and beat the Yankees 3-1, they'd be 16-12. This 6 would turn into a 5, and this 5 would turn into a 6. If the Yankees can win the next 2 games, this turns into a 6, and the Orioles are eliminated. So let's get back to baseball from Yankee Stadium. Let's see what's going on. Game 1 in Baltimore. Ron Guidry versus Wayne Garland. Nice game, 4-1. Couple scattered runs in the middle innings. Yankees get the road win in Game 1. You're thinking, oh, this is going to be great for the Yankees. Not so fast. Game number 2. Larry Sorensen versus Mike Flanagan of the Orioles. No competition. 9-1 Orioles. Breeze through a Game 2 laugher. And then, in a stunning Game 3, and again, red flag, exclamation, question mark, Dave LeManchek. Why do the Yankees have Larry Sorensen and Dave LeManchek in their rotation? That's what we want to know. Dennis Martinez is the story. A complete game, one hitter, 8-0 shelling by the Orioles, winners of 2 straight. Homers in the first inning by Mark Belanger. His only home run in 522 at-bats. Hits the pole in left field in Yankee Stadium. Lee May 2-run blast. Bobby Grich 2-run blast. The only hit in this game in the 7th inning, wrecking the no-no. Holding Thurman Munson because he's a B-stealer at first base, and George Zebra rolls the plus. That's the only hit. What a shabby, lousy, crappy way to wreck a no-no. 8-0 Orioles. And that brings us to Game 4. Yankees need to win 2 straight or it's bye-bye. And we got a great one for you in Yankee Stadium. The Orioles will send their ace, Jim Palmer, out there against Easy Ed Figueroa. Wow. For all the marbles, folks, Palmer, 22-13, 1976. And Ed Figueroa, not shabby himself, 20-9, 299 ERA in 1978 for a World Series team. Let's get started. Mark Belanger leads off for the Orioles, 57, bounces a short. Z-Bar's at short, a 4, 48, and makes the play. Bobby Grich, 210, short. Singleton, 47, walks, and with 2 outs to Sensei, 211, short. Bottom of the first, Roy White leads off, left flies to left. Mickey Rivers flies to right. Munson, 5'10", catcher's card. This is Echebarren, 3-7. We go to 2. Lee May, 48's a walk. Eddie Murray, 1-5, is a 4-6-3 double play. Echebarren, center. George Zebar, 56, short X. Belanger's a 1-14. 1 out. Nettles, 39, second. Lou Piniella pops first. Carlos Lopez lines the first. Omar Moreno rounds the first. Belanger, 69, lines the first. Figueroa holding up his end. Poquet, 2-4, second. Dick Allen, 2-8. That's going to be a double off the Allen card. We have our game's first hit. Jack Dead Blowhammer. Let's take a look at Jack Dead Blowhammer and see. This is a base hit in a center field. Same kind of card Allen had. Allen's a 15 runner against the Zero Armor Moreno, and he scores the first run of the game. The Yankees are on the board. Roy White, 2-7. This a 3-6-3 double play. Wow. Bobby Grich in the 4th. 1-4 left. Singleton, 2-11 short. Sensei, 34 third. So the Yankee pitchers are doing a number. Guidry won game 1. Figueroa is pitching great today. It's those other clowns, Sorensen and LeManchek, are responsible for the Oriole victories. Game 5, if there is one, back in Baltimore, would be Ron Guidry versus Wayne Garland. Mickey Rivers, 5'11", walks. A stealer. He's going to steal off the Echebarren arm, and he steals. Second. Munson, 4'10", pops the second. Z-Bar, 54, lines out. Greg Nettles, 37. K's. Palmer bears down. 1 scratch run. That's been it. Lee May, single. Eddie, Eat Drink, Envy Murray, 48, second X. This is Brohammer, 3-15 at second base. And he kicked the ball. He's in all the action today. 2 on. Andy Echebarren, 47, single, 1-2-8. He lines out on the 20. Carlos Lopez, 42, pitcher B. Runners in the corners with speed. Moreno, 39 is a K. Bottom of 5. Lou Piniella, 39, center. Poquet, 57, Ks. Dick Allen, 59. Second C, Palmer pitching outstanding. 1 lousy run. Mark Belanger, 63 off Figueroa, bounces to second. And again, it's Brohammer in the middle of the action with a base hit. An RBI single and 2 blunders in the field. Belanger is an A stealer off the -2 Munson arm. No, he's not going anywhere. Grich, 312, short B. Gritch is a B stealer, not going anywhere. Kenny Singleton, 411, right X. That is Tom Poquette's a 3E7 in right field, and he makes the catch. And with 2 outs, it's Doug DeCinces, 56. Off of the Figueroa card, double 1 attends a single at that. It only puts the runners on the corners with 2 outs for Lee May, your 1976 American League RBI leader. 48 is a walk to load him for Eddie Eat Drink NB Murray. The pitch for 10, third X, but this is Nettles. 2E19, 2, and he makes the play. The Orioles cannot score. Here he is, Jack Brohammer again, 35, first. Roy White, 1-7, walks, a stealer against the plus arm. This is the Yankees have some speed in this era. White, Rivers, even Dick Allen's a B stealer. Roy White is on at second. For Mickey Rivers, actually it's lefties better than righties. 53, left X. That is Singleton's, and left is a 3E5. And it's a base hit to score the run. The Speedy Rivers is going to try and steal, and he is going to be 15. 16, 15, 14, out by a whisker. He is out off the plus 1 arm, 15 being rolled. That's tough break for the Yanks, and with 2 outs, it's Munson, 68, right. All right, couple cheap runs off of Palmer here, 2-0 in the 7th. Easy, Ed Figueroa sailing along. Echebarren, 1-7K. Carlos Lopez, 42, pitcher. Omar Moreno, 310, flies to right field. A nifty 3-hitter for Easy Ed Figueroa. Stretch time here, Yankee Stadium. Studio 54, it's bumping. Mel Rogers. Yeah, man. We see we're looking in the stands. There's Andy Warhol's at the game. Debbie Harry, Mick Jagger. They're all like watching this game here in Yankee Stadium. All right, 2-zip, bottom of the 7th. George Zieber, 57 Ks. Greg Nettles, 3-6, flies to right. Lou Piniella, 6-12, first. What a pitching game we have. 2-zip in the 8th. Easy Ed Figueroa. And you've got Cy Young winner Sparky Lyle warming if needed. Belanger in the 8th, 67, center. Bobby Gritch, 2-6, short. Singleton, 1-5. Let's take a look at Ken Singleton's card. It's only the second card we've looked at today, and it is gone. One of his 24 bombs in 1977. We got a 1-run game for DeCinces. 2-10, a ball 4. And with 2 outs, you're going to have to break Figueroa to get him out of there. It's Lee May. 1-5 is a base hit in the center. DeCinces really tempted to go to third. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, but he's going to hold up at second base. I don't know about the percentages on that one. You don't want to get thrown in at third, but it's almost like he's not even going to make a throw. So, 7 2/3, Figueroa runs out of gas here with runners at first and second and 2 outs. Eddie Murray is the batter. Interesting matchup here. Let's take a look at Eddie Murray's card. You see he's clearly better against lefties. And you've got Sparky Lyle. That's bringing Sparky Lyle. He only won the Cy Young Award. Lyle's actually better against righties. So power versus power, something's got to give. With runners at first and second, plus somebody's on third base, Lyle will come on and try and get the final 4 outs. It's Eddie Murray, Sparky Lyle, first and second, 2 outs in the 8th inning. The pitch, 65 off Lyle's a sky to right field. Tough break for the Orioles. Palmer's not going anywhere. He's pitched brilliantly. Kind of got screwed for a couple of runs here. Poquette, 67, pops to second. Dick Allen, 67 Ks. And Brohammer, 56 short. Belanger's a 1E14. And they'll make one change defensively, and that's Mick Kelleher. We'll play shortstop. We'll go in and take Poquette's spot, and Piniella will end up in right field. 2-1 game in the 9th. Sparky Lyle against Echebarren, Lopez, and Moreno. That's not saying much. And batting for Echeverrin will be Paul Blair. Let's take a look at Paul Blair's card in the 9th. Paul Blair actually played for the Yankees in '77, but he's still with the Orioles in this carryover league. 1-7 pops to second base. Carlos Lopez. 1-3 Lopez skies to center field, and with 2 outs it comes down to Moreno, who actually, let's look at Moreno's card. He's not that bad against lefties, and Lyle is. So, and he's got speed. So if he gets on base, he could be a threat to steal or something. So Moreno will bat here. 3-10. Nope, he doesn't get it. He skies to center field, and the game is over. And Sparky Lyle gets 4 straight outs. A much maligned closer. And that's your game. Quick one. Yankees did what they needed to do. Got a tough win. We'll send this thing back to Baltimore for a winner take all. Lyle, 4 up and 4 down, easy save. Figueroa, 5-hitter, 1 run, the solo home run, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts. Palmer, complete game loss, 3-hitter. Because the Yankees in Yankee Stadium had 4 hits in 2 games and ended up still getting a split. 3 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned. Walked 2, struck out 4. He got his complete game. 1019, 0109, 2315, 4224. Wow. Well, you got a good game there, folks. That was very competitive. 2 teams clawing and scratching, trying to get into the playoffs and figuring that if they get into the playoffs, it's a new ball game. And they can right a lot of the wrongs that occurred during the regular season. So, the Yankees are now 17-15, hitting .293 on the year with a .462 ERA, which is a little ridiculous. Orioles 15-13, hitting .283 with a sterling .322 ERA. The Orioles are clearly the better team. By the way, Dennis Martinez, who threw that 1-hitter, finishes the regular season 6-0, and his ERA is .163. Outside chance at the Cy Young Award from your number 4 starter. Meanwhile, Jim Palmer was 2-5, the so-called ace of the Orioles, with a .390 ERA. We'll look again at the current standings. Interestingly, the National League wrapped up by playing 230 baseball games, and the American League will be playing its 230th baseball game between the Orioles Yankees. So if the Orioles go 16-13 and win that game, 16-13, they're still a half game behind Texas, 17-13. Rangers have just clinched the number 5 spot. Yankees, if they win that game, they're 18-15. They would get the 6. So these 2 teams right here, Orioles and Yankees, winner of Game 5, get the number 6 seed, and they would play Oakland. And Texas, they will play Cleveland in the wild card game. That's it. Nice little thorough recap of the season with 1 game to go. Hope you're enjoying the Fall Carryover League. We'll see you next time.